It is a strategic weapon system. Its most important feature is stealth. Therefore, its attack system is stalking. But they can also attack multiple targets, hundreds of miles away. A single unit can create a large area of uncertainty for the enemy. And tactically, they can operate in clear conditions of numerical inferiority with respect to the enemy. Logically, all these characteristics are exclusive and typical of a type of weapon system. The submarines. Submarines were used extensively, for the first time, in the First World War. Although it was, during World War II, when all its possibilities were exploited tactically. It was the German submarine warfare tactics of General Karl Donitz which marked the way forward, especially during World War II. Karl Donitz called this submarine warfare strategy Rudel tactic, which translates to tactics of a pack. Colloquially, they were known as Wolf Pack. Acting in a dispersed manner by zones, the first submarine to discover an Allied convoy warned the others to attack together. Later, they were applied and improved by the Americans in their war against Japan in Pacific Sea. The American tactic was different. They started in attack groups of 3 submarines, and after locating the enemy, they fought in coordination. American submarines, which only represented 2% of the total of its navy, were responsible for the sinking of 30% of the Japanese fleet. Today, such tactics are unnecessary due to the large communications and weapons capabilities of modern submarines. Of designing and building a submarine, you have to know that the hull is the key element. The design and construction of the hull of a submarine can account for up to 25% of its total cost. The hull design is key for the submarine to have the best hydrodynamic navigation characteristics. Thus, how to offer the adequate space to the crew, and the system and weapons equipment necessary for combat in long periods of time. Basically, over time and to this day, there are 2 ways to proceed with the design of the submarine. The first option is to build two different hulls. The first hull, the exterior, is constructed of lighter material, and uses a hydrodynamic design for better seaworthiness. Light hull. The second internal hull is built with very robust materials to withstand a pressure difference. Pressure hull. Between the two hulls, there are the water tanks, which allow the submarine to navigate on the surface or while immersed. And the second construction option uses a single pressure hull, which is attached to the bow and stern of the lightweight hull. This single hull design is the one followed by the US and much of the Western world. With a single hull, the water tanks are located forward, aft and along the longitudinal axis of the submarine. Logically, Chinese and Russian double-hulled submarines tend to be larger and heavier than their Western counterparts.